Joining me now in the studio is Marc Perelman, our French politics editor. Marc, just how unusual is it for a serving Justice Minister to be summoned to court?
Well, it's unprecedented, Annette. We've never seen a minister currently serving going in front of that special court. This court is for the ministers when they are in power, but generally it's former ministers who have to go before the court for something they've done while they were ministers. We've never seen a minister currently serving facing the judges, and what's even more puzzling, it's the Justice Minister. And so, yes, there is a narrative that's put forth by the government, by the Justice Minister, saying this is essentially a vendetta because he was a criminal lawyer. When he arrived, he said, you know, the magistrates are not going to have their way with me. And so he's saying this is a payback from them. But clearly, there are some serious legal issues. The assumption is that at the end of today, he's currently in front of the judges, he will be put under formal investigation, which is the first step. And that's very, very awkward, obviously, for a minister to be put under formal investigation, even though some might argue that it's essentially for starting investigations into the attitudes and the behavior of some magistrates, and that he didn't have to do this. He said, I've done nothing wrong, I'm just doing my job. But it would be very, very awkward to have a justice minister put under formal investigation and continue being the justice minister.
So will he have to step down, and what consequences is it not only for him, but also for President Macron?
Well, the president, during the cabinet meeting this week and yesterday before the press, said he would support him. He said, you know, we have to wait it out. There is a presumption of innocence, and someone is not presumed to be guilty, and that's the same for anyone, including the justice minister. However, clearly there is a long line of precedents. You know, ministers about to be put under formal investigation or under formal investigation have been forced to resign. Let's just rewind. Emmanuel Macron was elected. He appoints François Bayrou as his justice minister. A preliminary probe is open into Mr. Bayrou's party, behavior, campaign financing issues, and so on. And he resigned. He was only the subject of a preliminary probe, and he resigned. And he was a heavyweight. And now you're talking about someone who's likely to be put under formal investigation and would not resign. There's likely to be really pressure from the opposition saying, you know, you can't behave like this. And Emmanuel Macron promised before he was elected that if you're put under formal investigation, the logic would be for you to resign. But obviously, Emmanuel Macron knows that Eric Dupont-Moretti is one of the only stars in his government, that they're only 9 months before the presidential election. He hopes he can hold on to him, but much will depend on the public pressure, on what the opposition decides to do. It's not clear that they will go fully against Eric Dupont-Moretti, but this will be interesting to watch.
Yeah, watch this space. Thank you very much.